Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brian Ford, and I'm here to talk to you about why electric cars are better than gas cars. These are my sources. The first two are EnergySage.com, and the third one is EarthJustice.org. My three main points are going to be that they are better for the environment, they are better for human health, and they are cheaper over time. Let's get into the first main point. The first main point is that electric cars are better for the environment than gas cars. This is partly, or mostly because gas cars, as everybody knows, you put gas into it and it burns the fuel in order to, drive and to move around the world. If you have billions of people driving cars, then you have a ton of emission coming out of your car that travels up into the ozone layer and pokes holes through it, causing global warming, climate changes, a ton of nasty weather incidences, pretty much anything to do with the environment, because it pollutes the air, causing people to get sick. The environment just suffers from it in general. And electric cars are better than that because when they are built, they raise emissions by 15%. But within the first 2 years, the emissions drop drastically, and they make up for that 15% within the first 2 years. And so any time after that, you are lowering the emission that is getting put into the environment, and that's hurting the environment and people. My second point, as I said before, is that it causes people to get sick, gives you diseases such as asthma, bronchitis, and cancer. Obviously, if you're polluting the air and billions of people are breathing in that air, they're bringing it into their lungs, which would cause asthma, because if you have pollution in the air and then you breathe it in and it's in your lungs, then you now have pollution in your lungs, causing you to have trouble breathing, which would lead to bronchitis, where you're just congested and you just can't get anything out and you have trouble breathing, and it's all because people are just driving too many gas cars and burning too much fuel. The last disease that it causes is cancer, because as I said before, if you have pollution in your lungs, then you're more likely to have cancer cells grow and to attach themselves to your lungs, and then maybe even further spread to outer parts of your body, which does not sound like a good thing to happen to people. It's a very terrible thing, and it could be stopped if people just stop burning as much fuel as possible. A fact about it is that each gallon of gas that a person buys, if it's $2, $2.15, $3, you bring with it $3.80 of health cost. So think of it as you pay $2 for gas, add $4 on top of that because somebody in a county near you developed cancer and now has to get treatment for it because everybody's polluting the air. And larger farm vehicles that are used to plow the land and to dig trenches and stuff like that to help plant the seeds, they require gas as well, and they add $4.80 of health costs, which is $1 higher than that. So just by stopping the gas emissions that are being put off, people will not end up getting sick and will not end up having an early death because of all of us. My third point is that electric cars are cheaper than gas cars. Electric cars initially are a higher price. They're usually around $5,000 to $10,000 more than a normal car. But over time, the money evens out, and eventually electric cars are cheaper than gas cars because they have a lower operation cost. As I said before, if you have to buy 20 gallons of gas, 30 gallons of gas, every 2 weeks, that's a pretty big chunk of money, and over time that money adds up, leading to the amount of money that you would normally pay for an electric car. And another way is that they have less maintenance cost, where with your normal car, your gas car, you have to change out your oil, your transmission fluid, and all that jazz. Electric cars don't have any of those, so while you're spending $200 changing a bunch of stuff out, somebody with an electric car is driving on the road, not having to worry about a thing with maintenance. And the third way is that in half of the states in the United States. Um, there are incentives, rebates, tax credits, basically a ton of things that if you buy an electric car, you will get some money. There's a federal one, so anywhere you are, you can get one. And then there's specific ones for states and counties, like California. I know has like a $5,000 tax credit. So if you don't owe anything to them at the end of the year, they'll give you $5,000 extra, which sounds like a good deal to me if you're only spending $5,000 more on a electric car. And even if you're not looking to purchase an electric car, just sharing this information can really help. I mean, the information here is throw them over. They're cost effective, less maintenance cost, less operational cost, and they're better for the environment, better for human health. And yeah, if you're not even able to buy an electric car, just make it people aware to it. Friends, family, anybody that you can reach out to that could possibly do it, and just spread the information. So, in conclusion, electric vehicles are better for gas in ways that health, environment, cost. If we do not stop using gas, then the world will end up in a pretty bad place, because if there's no ozone layer and people keep burning fuel constantly, then the sun's rays will keep coming down hotter and hotter, and global warming will keep rising until we meet our end. Which recently, emissions have dialed back, but that's mainly because of COVID-19, which isn't a great thing. But at least it's helping the environment and not helping people. So basically, by stopping all of the emissions that we put off, and by stop burning gas and just getting an electric car where you can just charge it in your garage every night and then be out in the morning and just get into a cycle, we can use those electric cars and save the world, save the people on it, stop causing diseases and basically anything that kills somebody, and just have a good old time on our world. Thank you, and have a good day.